Hello and welcome back. Thanks for stopping by if it's your first time. This is the channel where I talk about tips, news, and reviews on various tech, mainly smartphones. If that's something that you're interested in, hit the subscribe button in the corner there and the notification bell. Be sure not to miss any news videos. Today's three pieces of news that I picked are very interesting, to me anyway. Hopefully you resonate with that. And if you do, hit the likes button. There's only one like button. It's a thumbs up. Make that blue. News piece number one. You should not buy a smartphone the day it's released. News piece number two, the delicate topic of taking away a senior's smartphone. And news topic number three, Sharp came out with a really interesting smartphone with a really cool display. The reason you should never buy a smartphone the day it's released is quite simple. They depreciate in value kind of like a car. So if you wait just 1 or 2 months, chances are you will find a better deal for say $200-300 off. So that's why you should not usually buy on the release date, unless of course it's an iPhone. If you follow iPhone leaks and you watch the keynote and then you watch all the reviews like I do before it actually releases, because they usually have the keynote or whatever, the launch or announcement event a week before the release. I can't talk. I'm sorry. I have a cold. Just bear with me. So iPhones usually tend to keep their prices for the full year, and they're very strict on resellers not giving discounts also. However, my carrier, that being said, will offer $10 off a month on a 2-year plan. So that's kind of a work around that. So you could buy an iPhone from my carrier. I won't mention their name because they're not sponsoring this video, and it's in Canada, and you're probably not in Canada. If you want to know, comment below. Also, comment below, let me know if you found other carriers in the US, for example, to give you money off iPhones, because iPhones traditionally don't get discounted. Story number two is, my laptop is over here, so I keep looking this way. This one is delicate, for sure. Wow, okay, I won't get into it in too much detail, but you know how sometimes we have to take car keys away from seniors? Well, the same thing is happening now with smartphones. Now that the older generation of smartphone users is getting old enough to experience dementia, and I know there's early onset of dementia, but we're running into problems now where seniors are misusing their bank accounts, their stocks on their phones. They're getting themselves into a little bit of trouble because of their dementia. There's this thing now, this article that khn.org released. Go check them out. I'll put the link in the description, talking about how it's becoming like car keys. So people are trying to decide whether or not it's ethical to take away smartphones from older people with dementia, or I guess it would apply for younger people too with early onset dementia. Now this one is super interesting to me because, especially today that the OnePlus 7T was released with a 90 Hz screen, which is really cool. I haven't experienced it myself, but apparently it's buttery smooth. That's a term that makes me giggle all the time. Hey, this is G-Butter after all, so I won't complain about it. Sharp made a smartphone with a sort of 240 Hz display. That's impressive. That is more than double the 90 that OnePlus has. It's called the Aquos Zero2. And it does have the latest Snapdragon 855 Plus, which is grabbing my attention right now. I haven't read the article yet. This is me genuinely reacting. It's got 8 gigs of RAM, which is pretty standard, and 256 gigs of storage, which is very impressive. 6.4 inch, 2340 by 1080 OLED display. It also has a very light weight of just 143 grams. But that's not the main piece of attraction. This is getting me excited about this phone. I kind of want this phone. Wow. There's a small asterisk, so there's a catch apparently. This is coming from geek.com. I have to get credit where credit is due. If you want to check out the article, I'll link the article below. There's gonna be a lot of links down there. There's a small asterisk, however. While Sharp's display does indeed have a 240 Hz refresh rate, only every other frame contains image data. The other frames are pure black. That's kind of weird. Sharp says there's a good reason for this, and it's not just so that they can claim the fastest smartphone display on the market. According to Sharp, the black frames help to reduce after images. Cool. The battery is quite small. It's only 3,130 milliamp hours. Every other frame is black. I mean, it reduces the after effect of an image, which, I'm sorry, but 120 hertz, I don't see how that would be a problem. I think it's just a gimmick or a trick for Sharp to be able to claim the fastest refresh rate in a smartphone. So, you know, come back. This is your one-stop shop for the latest smartphone news. Cheers.